I tried those diet colas. Ooh, that aftertaste. Then I tried sugar-free Dr. Pepper. Oh, boy.
Here's the taste we've been missing. It's really mm-mm.
And the look is extremely... It really tastes mm-hmm.
And it looks.
Try sugar-free Dr. Pepper. Now. Wow.
Come on and try sugar-free Dr. Pepper, and you'll see that it tastes and it looks.
The Beatles on Sullivan, 7:30 tonight.
While we were watching Nevin, somebody was watching us.
Hello.
Mrs. Saxon? Geraldine?
Yes.
Giles Etheridge here.
Yes, Giles.
I'm not intruding, I hope.
Oh, not at all.
I'm wondering if you could possibly spare me a few minutes this evening. Frankly, I'm in need of some small assistance, and I can think of no one in a better position to afford me such assistance than yourself.
Well, I hope I don't disappoint you. Perhaps you'd like to stop by the studio after the late newscast, anytime after 11:30.
Splendid. I shall look forward to it. Thank you, dear lady. Goodbye.
Derek, I'm getting pressure from the mayor about Nicole's murder.
Mike, I am doing the best that I can.
I'm sure you are, but when is your next review of the case?
Why?
I want to be there.
Mike! Now that's going to look to my officers like you don't trust me to do my job.
I'm sorry, Derek. I'm preparing the case against Vanessa, and I really don't have the time to spare, but I am going to sit in.
I suppose I better get Detective Egan back in here. Calvin Stoner's out working on the Walter Gantz case.
Do you have any suspects in Nicole's murder?
Yeah, my favorite one's Peter Nevins.
This could be Gantz's murderer.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by today's Cheer, made to work hard in today's lower temperatures. And by Ivory, for a pure, natural kind of clean. Lather up with Ivory.
My wife Patty's happiest when she's outdoors. In fact, she's kind of a nature nut. There must be something to it. Just look at that face. If Patty's not an Ivory girl, I don't know who is.
Maybe David's biased, but he does know me pretty well. I live healthy, I eat healthy, and I do wash every day with Ivory. Look, I'm like most women. I've tried soaps with heavy perfumes and deodorants, but they left me feeling like there was something I didn't want on my face. That's why I trust Ivory, because it leaves my skin feeling clean and fresh, like the outdoors. David's father used to make him take Ivory down the river because it floats. But I use Ivory because it makes my skin look good.
Healthy-looking skin. Ivory can help you have it, too. If you know a healthy-looking Ivory girl like Patty, write and tell us.
Remember roller rinks? I always skated with my Steady Eddie and my favorite white pleated skirt, at least till creepy Jimmy Carlson started showing off.
But Mom cleaned it with Cheer and hot water. Today, I wash differently, in more warm and cold water. and Cheer knows it. That's why today's all-temperature Cheer is so tough and warm and cold. How tough? Tough enough to clean these in warm, and tough enough to clean this collar in cold, and without pre-treating. Here's that collar. Cheer cleaned it in cold without pre-treating. And these, Cheer did great in warm. See? Cheer's changed with the times. Even roller skating's changed. But I think I can adapt.
In today's cooler temperatures, you can trust today's Cheer.
All right, we've got a pretty good idea of this time sequence. And I've been over this so many times I practically have it memorized, but Detective Egan has her notes in case you have any specific questions.
Fine with me. Let's get on with it.
All right, let's start with the day before the murder. 10 o'clock, Thursday morning. Geraldine and Raven enter Nicole's dressing room. Geraldine wants to check to see if the new makeup she'd ordered for Nicole had been delivered. She notes that everything seems to be in place.
What was Raven doing at the studio?
A personal business with Mrs. Saxon.
Let's keep in mind now that Peter Nevin's name was still on the dressing room door. The rest of the day at the studio seems to be a normal one. Nicole comes to the studio later that evening. Well, actually, it's a little bit after midnight.
Why was she there at that hour?
But Mrs. Saxon asked her that. Apparently, she felt a little uptight about her comeback, and she wanted to get a feel of the place again before her first broadcast.
Well, Geraldine and the news director, Stan Hathaway, were just about to leave. They had stayed after the 11 p.m. broadcast to look over some film footage. Hathaway leaves Nicole and Geraldine in the studio, and he goes out to the outside doors, leaving them unlocked. And then he figures that they're going to be following after him.
He went directly to the parking lot. There he saw Peter Nevin's car. No sign of Nevins himself. Mrs. Saxon and Mrs. Cavanaugh went to the dressing room, and Mrs. Cavanaugh noticed she lacked a jar of makeup.
I'm sorry, Peter Nevin's name is still on the door. It's the one thing we didn't have quite enough time to change. But I'll have it set right in the morning.
Oh, that's all right. It was very kind of him to give me my old dressing room back again.
I think you'll find everything in order. You might check over your makeup to see that we've ordered everything you need.
Well, there does seem to be one jar of pancake makeup missing.
I'll have it replaced in the morning. Who's there?
They checked the studio, but found nobody. So then they went home. Now, this is about 12:30. You have anything else to add, Egan?
Oh, Nevin's name was still on the door.
Right. That's right. So this brings us to Friday afternoon. Geraldine asked Nicole's makeup artist, Lydia Hooton, to bring another jar of makeup in. Lydia says that she already put a jar of makeup in, but that she would bring a second one in, just as requested. Lydia goes into Nicole's dressing room, and then she finds the message written in Nicole's lipstick on the mirror. Now, what's the exact wording of that?
Lysayer, your day is ended. Your time of silence is come.
Sounds like a psycho.
That's just what we were meant to believe.
Since 1977, tuna fish is up 36%.
Holy mackerel.
Swiss cheese, 36%.
Well, that's on America.
Peanut butter, 97%.
Oh, nuts.
Today, when it costs a small fortune just to make a small sandwich, you need Ziploc sandwich bags. With their unique seal, Ziploc bags are a zip to lock, and they stay locked. So sandwiches stay fresher and neater. Chicken salads up 37%.
That's despicable.
Ziploc sandwich bags. There's no better way to protect your investment.
How's dinner coming, hon?
It's coming.
Hi. May I help you?
Oh, you sure can. Well, I'll have a Big Mac. No, make it 3. A quarter pounder, 4 large fries.
Fries?
A Coca-Cola and 3 chocolate shakes.
Is that to go?
No, it's for right here.
All right.
McDonald's.
Tonight, when they ask, how's dinner coming, tell them from McDonald's.
Great dinner, Mom.
Say, young fella.
Hi, who are you?
I'm the janitor. Just what do you think you're doing here? Offices on this floor is all empty.
Yeah.
Hey, look at here now. That door was sealed by the police. What's going on
You know,
here?
that is exactly what I want to know. I noticed that that seal on that door was broken, and then all of a sudden I heard this noise from this office here across the hall.
Well, there's no reason to be bothered by that. It's only a bird in here.
Bird?
Yeah. Don't even know his name. I'm just going in to feed him.
Okay, listen, now, I think that I'm going to leave you to report that broken seal to the police, okay? Because I'm already late for the dentist.
There's no dentist in this building.
Well, of course there not. If there were, I wouldn't be late, would I?
Hi there. What do you think you're doing with that bird?
This bird?
We are from the Humane Society.
Yeah, you know, keeping a rare bird like this in an empty office is a disgrace.
That's right, and we are going to file a report right now.
Sure.
Hey, it isn't my bird.
Oh, yeah. Is that his dinner?
Yeah. How'd you get in there? That door was locked.
All right, we'll file a report now.
Hooten found the message on the mirror at about 2:30. She notified Geraldine Saxon. At 3 o'clock, the station maintenance man, Tim Warren, replaces Peter Nevin's name on the dressing room door with Nicole Kavanaugh's name. All right. 4 o'clock, Nicole arrives at the studio, prepared to broadcast. The message is still on the mirror.
I thought you'd want her again to do your makeup.
Last night, whoever it was who was trying to open that door while we were in here.
Stan Hathaway said he left the door unlocked on his way out. He thought we were following him immediately.
Well, whoever it was didn't leave. They were hiding somewhere.
And then, after we left, they came back in here and wrote that hideous thing.
Oh, someone hiding in the studio. Oh, Geraldine, I have a horrible sense of deja vu. If David Cameron weren't dead,
Now, Nicole, please get hold of yourself. The two are unconnected. I've had security go over this place, the entire building. They've checked the studio, the offices, the control room, and all the dressing rooms. Now, whoever left that is gone. Nothing appears to have been disturbed. So, the intruder, whoever it was quite content to leave that message.
If that message wasn't discovered until 2:30, that means it was written sometime after 12:30 the night before when Geraldine and Nicole left to go home.
That's right, that's right. And now, despite the fact that Geraldine told Nicole to leave the message on the mirror for the police, she erased it before Lydia Hooten started to put her makeup on her.
I can understand that. She wouldn't want to sit there and stare at it all afternoon.
All right, now this brings us to 5 o'clock. Nicole begins her broadcast, and the poison in the makeup starts to work almost immediately. And within minutes, Nicole is dead. Later that evening, Lydia realizes that there's red inflammation all over her fingertips from having put the makeup on Nicole. She's lucky, because she washed her hands almost immediately after doing the job.
No sign of it on anyone else around the studio.
We checked everybody in the studio the next day for skin inflammation. Nobody. Excuse me. Chief Mallory. Yes, Mr. Edison. Yes, Detective Egan is here. When? All right, I'll come down myself. I'm sorry, Mike, but somebody tried to break into Walter Gantz's office.
That's all right. I'll pick it up later. You go on.
All right, I'll give you a call.
Chief, I want to come with you.
All right, but let's make this fast.
Hi, Geraldine.
Well, if it isn't my favorite aunt.
What is that?
That?
It's a bird.
It's alive.
Yep. Yes, he is.
Does it sing?
Nope.
Does it talk?
Well, no, it squawks sometimes.
At the risk of being overly inquisitive, What do you plan to do with it?
We're gonna keep it here. Don't worry. It'll be no problem. We'll keep him in our room, and all he needs is a little bird seed and some water every now and then.
And clean its cage.
Well, Skylar's gonna do that, aren't you?
We'll take turns here.
Yes. Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm due at the station. I'll finish dressing. Oh, incidentally, if I may ask, where did you get it?
We stole it.
I had to ask.
All right, so now what are we gonna do?
About the bird, Geraldine will get used to it.
No, I'm talking about Peter Nevins and his magic screwdriver. Should we tell the cops?
I don't know. We gotta realize that Nevins is the one link that we have between Gantz's killing and Nicole's. I wonder what he was trying to hide there anyway.
Well, I'll be on my way.
Thought you said you were going to the office.
I am.
Well, isn't that dress awfully she to be wearing to the studio?
This old thing?
Old thing? That's not an old thing at all. It's brand new. And I think that you've had your hair done, too, haven't you? And that's a redder shade of lipstick than you usually wear, hmm?
Geraldine, you're blushing.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I haven't done that since I was 16.
Oh, Geraldine. I think your Englishman is just terrific, and it's wonderful that you have a new admirer. It doesn't surprise me a bit.
Let's make sure that you're home by midnight, you.
Please. Really, well, all right, you two. I'll see you later.
All right.
All right, so should we blow the whistle on Peter Nevins or what?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, the last time we were down at headquarters, we didn't exactly win any popularity contests.
I know, but we have to do something.
I think what we should ought to do is sit on our information. We should use it to pressure Peter Nevins.
Betsy smells funny.
That's baby smells. Smelly formula, sticky baby food.
Diapers.
That's ammonia. Baby laundry is a special problem. So instead of regular detergent, I use Dreft with enriched borax. It's specially made for baby laundry.
There's borax in grain after grain of Dreft. Dreft gets tough baby laundry clean and clean smelling.
Now she smells good.
Dreft cleans baby smells out of baby laundry. Do you fry with margarine? Then you should know about new butter flavor Crisco, because it's better for frying. Look, it doesn't scorch like most margarines, and you can see what that means when you fry eggs. More important, butter flavor Crisco gives fried food more butter flavor than margarine. A flavor so rich, there's only one word for it.
Butter.
Yeah, that's our word for it. New butter flavor Crisco could make frying with margarine obsolete. Now there are two great Criscos.
Time to pick a tail on the donkey!
Wrong, Mom.
It's time for the Pringles jingle. Huh? Once you taste the flavor, then you get the fever, then you got the fever for the flavor of a Pringle. Once you taste the fluffer,
You need help. Once you taste the flavor, then you get the fever. Then you got the fever for the flavor of a Pringle.
Once you taste the flavor, it's the deep fried taste. Then you get the fever. It's the crispy crunch. Then you got the fever for the flavor of a Pringle. Wait till you taste Pringles now.
3 people were trying to break into these 2 offices?
Some kind of burglars convention, you think?
And all they stole was Walter's bird?
Funny, huh?
You could say that.
I can't swear the first guy got in anywhere. He was sort of just lurking, you know? But the other 2 walked right out of there as calm as you please.
The people from the Humane Society.
That's what they said.
Are you sure this door was locked, huh?
Sure, I'm sure. Mr. Gant, he wasn't too good about that, but I know what I'm doing.
Can you give us a description, Mr. Edison?
Well, first one was early 30s, medium height, brown hair. Nice-looking fella, I'd call him.
What did he have on?
Gray suit, blue shirt, striped tie.
What about the other 2?
About the same age, maybe a little younger. Nice-looking couple.
What were they wearing?
Oh, expensive clothes. Designers labels.
You know, this is the best dressed group of crooks I've ever heard of.
Well, I don't know what's going on here. What is in all this mess that would interest so many people?
Carol, would you find Mr. Nevins for me, please? Tell him I want to see him. Oh, and another thing. Are these the new ratings you put on my desk, or are they... Oh. Then there's no mistake. Thank you. Very impressive. And a record of all the viewer phone calls for the week. Come in.
On my way out, Carol said you wanted to see me?
Yes, I do. Sit down, Peter. First of all, I hate to admit this, but you were right about my conflict of interest in the Schuyler Whitney poverty story.
Well, thank you for saying so.
Also, I have just received a new ratings report.
Oh?
Never mind my personal ambivalence for the moment. The ratings have climbed since your 2 exclusive news stories. Also, I've been looking over a list of viewer phone calls. People are watching in droves, wondering what you're going to reveal next. Also, although I shouldn't stroke your ego any further, your personal popularity is soaring.
Well, I won't claim I'm unhappy to hear that. Does this mean you won't be firing me?
Don't be flip with me, Peter. You know perfectly well, under the circumstances, that is the last thing I'd want to do. Tell me, is your source ready to reveal any new revelation?
As a matter of fact, he has promised me a blockbuster, but so far I haven't been able to pry any details out of him.
Well, I still don't like it. The whole thing makes me very uncomfortable. I am very suspicious of a source that will reveal so much about so many people and so many things in Monticello. Somehow it's unnatural.
Well, I'm not going to knock it. After all, we can't quarrel with success, can we?
I suppose not. Still. Excuse me. Yes. Oh, no, we're almost through in here. Ask him to come in, please.
I won't keep you.
You are very kind, Geraldine, to see me in the midst of your busy time.
Not at all. Mr. Etheridge, I'd like you to meet Mr. Nevins, one of our newscasters.
How do you do? How do you do? Oh, yes, yes, I've been reading about your recent successes. People are saying that you are able to uncover a potential story before it even happens. As well as distinguish between someone who is telling you the truth from someone who tells you lies.
Well, I guess a good reporter has to be able to sense these things.
Of course, of course. I'm British, you know.
Yes, I had noticed that.
We have a great affection for the truth. I commend you for seeking it out.
Well, thank you very much. If you two will excuse me, I think I'll get home. Nice to have met you.
My pleasure, I assure you. A most perceptive young man, that Mr. Nevin.
He is.
I'm so fascinated by all of this television business.
Well, if you like, perhaps later on, if you have time, you'd like to see the studio.
With you as my guide, dear lady, I would find it a charming experience.
Sure as hell wish I knew what was going on here.
Does Mike Carr always sit in on briefings like he did tonight?
No. That is what is known as lighting a fire under your chief of police.
Well, we've been working on this night and day.
Well, it's political. It's not personal. He's feeling the heat himself with the election coming up. Doesn't mean I enjoy having him staring over my shoulder like that. I felt like you and I were having to give a performance for the town critic. Well, I don't blame him, though. I don't blame him. Every road we drive down is just a dead end. Nicole Cavanaugh is killed, we don't know why. Walter Gantz is killed, and we don't know why.
Well, I sure don't know the answers, Chief. I guess we'll just have to wait. That's funny. Why does this number look so familiar?
Because that's the number at WMON.
Patty, you didn't finish your cereal. Don't you like the taste?
It lost its crunch.
What can I do?
Try deliciously crunchy Post Honey Nut Crunch Raisin Bran. Starts crunchy and stays crunchy with golden honey, chopped walnuts, crunchy cereal nuggets, and the goodness of Post Raisin Bran.
You finished.
It's a crunchy.
Oh.
Try Post Honey Nut Crunch Raisin Bran. Delicious goodness that starts crunchy
and stays crunchy.
Jell-O pudding pops, frozen pudding on a stick. You know, all the finest castles serve Jell-O pudding pops.
They do?
Mm-hmm. It's a snack fit for a king because it's so rich and creamy.
Yeah!
And Mom won't throw you into the old dungeon when you eat it because she knows it's made with real pudding.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Jell-O brand pudding pops. All the goodness of real Jell-O pudding, so you know it's wholesome.
A veritable feast for the tummy.
And I won't end up in the dungeon.
On Ryan's Home.
I don't want to leave.
Why are you thinking about that now?
Either I leave.
Pat and Faith rekindle their love.
Or we go upstairs.
Ryan's Home.
First of all, Geraldine, you must allow me to apologize for not renewing our acquaintance sooner. Surely, you must know, not for any lack of interest. No, simply because family business has demanded so much of my time.
Oh, dear, it sounds as if you have a problem.
Well, it's really just a passing inconvenience. I promise not to burden you with it. But there is another matter in which you might help me.
Please.
Can you recommend a reputable jewel appraiser?
Yes. Why do you ask?
It's a nice little thing, isn't it?
Nice. It certainly is.
It's the Etheridge ruby. It's been in my family for years.
Hello?
Sky, this is Derek Mallory.
Oh, hello, Derek.
Derek, does he know where we were tonight?
Not unless you tell him.
Sky?
You there?
Yes. Hi, Derek. What's going on?
Listen, I found a report on my desk when I came back this evening.
Nose.
What kind of report, Derek?
Seems Camilla Devereaux's been located.
I love girls with great-looking legs. Maybe that's why they asked me to judge the neat 5-day test. Can I tell the difference after 5 days between the razor leg and the neat leg? The razor leg feels stubbly. The neat leg, smooth. Next. The razor leg feels stubbly. The neat leg, smooth. Razor stubbly. Neat, smooth. And the winner, neat. I love neat girls.
Neat, for smoother legs longer. Now with new improved fragrances.
What's the exclusive story behind the president, the queen, and the terrorist bombs that awaited them? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
What's causing Dynasty's backstage panic? This week's National Enquirer tells you what drug can help stop baldness in women. Can an eye-opening plan help beat tiredness?
It's in the Enquirer.
Plus photos of Victoria Principal previewing her new fitness book. Find them in the Enquirer with over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
I want my half-hour comedy hour.
You got it, Ricardo. It's a fantasy come true when Ricardo Montalban, John Davidson, and Richard Pryor guest star on the half-hour comedy hour. Tonight.
This is David Hartman. Tomorrow on Good Morning America, more on Debategate, plus Sylvester Stallone, Michael Neary from Flashdance, and Morgan Fairchild. Thursday, the Bee Gees on Good Morning America.
Tonight at 9, 8 Central and Mountain. It's the television event of this summer. Peter Strauss, Peter O'Toole, and Barbara Carrera star in an encore presentation of the Emmy Award-winning Masada.
Your country, your town, your neighbors, your fears, your joys, your life. We'll bring you your world. With Peter Jennings in Washington and Max Robinson in Chicago, weeknights on ABC's World News Tonight.
TV's more complicated. Local, network, cable, pay. To watch the best that's on, pick up the best. This week's TV Guide. TV Guide helps you decide.
Good afternoon, I'm Ernie Anastas. Coming up today on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, late developments in the Vicki Morgan sex tape scandal. It is reported that the tapes showing her in sex acts with top government officials have now been stolen. President Reagan is now involved in the controversy. We'll have some live reports for you, and we'll have this.
New faces on Loving, and they're loving every minute of it. Right, guys?
Right.
Very good. Very good. Enough. I'm Maxine Black. I'll have a report.
And Jan Murray at 5 o'clock today. See you then.
Loving is friends and lovers.
Mike,
Yeah?
I want to be your friend, as well as your wife.
Loving is friends and enemies.
What kind of crack is that supposed to be?
Oh, come on, we all know you have the hots for Lily.
Had about all the mouth I'm going to take at you tonight, cousin.
Please, I'd like to go home now.
What you getting so upset about?
Loving is friends and family. Loving, a new daytime drama, weekdays.
Spending time together in a special
Now we're gonna make a big sandwich. First, some
Side
lettuce.
by side, we two sharing dreams that happen every day. In that special time, yours and mine, as close as we can be. It's that special feeling for you and me. That special feeling on
In public, they're all smiles, but privately, Liz is shocked, angry, and heartsick over Burton's surprise fifth marriage. What will Liz do now? Find out in The Star this week. Plus, a surprise look at Jackie O's anything but glamorous lifestyle. Flatten your stomach secrets that help Mary Tyler Moore stay slim. And from Swank Hilton Head, an amazing diet to help you lose weight while letting you eat more of the right foods. Also in The Star, how Billy Graham found his wife and their 10 commandments for a happy marriage. Get it all this week, only in The Star.